Okay, two stories told thousands of years apart, one in Greek mythology, one in American theater, both depicting human condition, which grapples with guilt and redemption. Okay, let's dive into Eugene O'Neill's The Iceman Cometh. This play he wrote in 1946, and it takes place in a dingy back room of Harry Hope's saloon, where drunkards are just clinging onto their dreams, or as he calls pipe dreams, just to continue living day by day. We really look at three characters. First is Larry Slade. He is cynical and former anarchist and is a nihilistic character. We also have Don Parrott, who is a young man who betrayed his mom and is seeking some sort of judgment and forgiveness. And then we have Theodore Hickey, or Theodore Hickman, also known as Hickey. He is a charismatic salesman who we find out later killed his wife. Yeah. So between these three men and a lot of the other men in the saloon, they are all trying to relieve and to dumb down the pain of guilt they are facing. They do it by numbing themselves with alcohol. They try to push away the past and look toward the new day. Some of them try to find forgiveness and judgment, and others try to distance themselves from reality and from life. Now, this story is largely mirrored in a story from Greek mythology, but whether or not Eugene O'Neill meant this, I have no clue. I'm just seeing the mirror and the connections. And that is the story of Hercules. When Hera disillusions Hercules, he then murders his wife and his children. Once Hercules comes to and he realizes what he had done, he is driven with immense guilt, goes to the gods, and seeks for redemption and forgiveness. And they give him a list of 12 heroic acts to commit. He does those. He is full of purpose. He comes back and he still is not feeling the forgiveness and redemption he is seeking. And all he wants is death. He has immense purpose, but he's lacking the peace he seeks. Now, on the contrary, the men in this play, they have a sense of peace, but they're lacking a sense of purpose. They too are without redemption. The sober reality that these two stories are depicting is that without genuine, real redemption, humans are stuck. There's no progress, there's no redemption. And we create false substitutes for such, whether it's heroic acts, or booze, or political causes, or self-deception. These are just illusions and pipe dreams that eventually crumble because real reckoning, real redemption does not occur. Now, whether or not these stories end in a tragedy or in something hopeful or good is debatable. Hercules ends up with immortality, but he's having to live with that guilt. And the men in these play, they continue to live. Some of them do face death, and majority of them just continue to live day by day without progression. So is this a tragedy for them all? I don't know. But what these stories are really putting on display is the question of what is true redemption? What does it look like? And more importantly, who or what does true redemption come from? Now that is the question I'm going to leave with you. If you have thoughts on it, put them in the comments. And like always, keep cultivating.